Hello and welcome back to another episode of Van Life with Daniel. Just got done in the gym with our shower and did a little bit of a workout. Nothing crazy. Just gonna hang up my wet things to dry on my sink there. So I've come to realize that lately I've just been spending a lot of time hanging around in the city. Honestly, not that that's not nice, especially down on the west side of LA, you know, the beach areas. Very nice weather, but I really want to get like out and away from everything and everybody. I'm a little bit tired of you know, stealth camping, city camping, and I've stayed some nights at my brother's house as well, but you know, I didn't build out the van to live in a city. Actually, for those of you who may not know, I originally built the van out to travel and snowboard. Obviously, I can't do that during the summer, at least in the US. But I'm gonna be finding a spot to camp, I think somewhere in the hills over here, in the mountains near the AV, or Santa Clarita, Valencia area. Because it's actually not a bad day today. It is 88 degrees. Which is pretty nice for the middle of August. There is a Walmart right over here, so I'm gonna go pick up some ingredients that I need for making some tacos today. And we'll find a spot to park, maybe do a little bit of hiking, and just hang out, have a relaxing day, because I really need it. Okay, so this recipe is actually like a kind of family recipe that my mom used to make. They're like chicken and potato tacos. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but I need to consult with her to figure out the stuff that I need to make this, because I've actually never made it myself before, but I've had it plenty of times throughout my growing up. Wanted to make it in the van, make myself some real pico de gallo and guacamole like we would make at home. Just do everything from scratch pretty much, in honor of some of our family's like traditional recipes that my mom used to cook.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm alright.
I just wanted to call you real quick before I went inside, just to make sure I knew what I was doing. I know it's simple, but I haven't actually made them myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't wait to watch that video. Okay. Glad to be of service to you.
Okay. All right. Bye, Mom. Love you.
Love you. Love you too. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, I got the recipe details from my mom, so I'm gonna be going into the Walmart right now to get all those ingredients. So I honestly didn't need that much stuff. It's mostly just vegetables and things for making the pico, which is a good thing because my fridge is pretty full. Most of these vegetables can stay out, I think, for now. Don't think it should be a big deal because I'm going to be using them pretty soon, so they're just getting tossed on the bed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got myself a drink from Wetzel's Pretzels. Decided to treat myself with a frozen strawberry lemonade. These are decent. I'm doing it because I really miss the strawberry lemonade from Costco that they had for like a month, and then they discontinued it. If any Costco execs are watching this, please bring it back. Alright, so I think I found a spot that'll work here. It's like 30 miles away. Not like super far. Should take us about 50 minutes to get there, and hopefully it's going to be a little cooler there. Again, like I said, it's a pretty nice day considering I'm in the Antelope Valley, and normally it's a lot hotter than this, but it's still hot in my opinion, and I would like to get away from that. So hopefully it's a little bit cooler up in the hills. Okay, so this road's turning out to be a little rougher than I thought. My closet door is opening up, and we're at a really bad angle right now. And I got lucky that this did not open up all the way. And only a few things fell out, thank God. But yeah, we're at a pretty major angle here. Luckily this road is not too long. I think we got about a mile, 1.3 miles left to go, and I have no cell signal. But yeah, this road's a little rough, but van can handle it. I think I just need to take a little easier. And the closet door already busted itself open. Luckily, everything in there is on hangers, so I don't have to worry about it falling out. Oh my, oh geez, that is not good. Yeah, I do not trust this thing. Well, this is not the spot that I had in mind for camping, but it's got a pretty nice view though. And it's fairly level, and maybe I could hike up there, potentially. I think I'm gonna drive to the other spot, see if I like it better, and if not, then I'll just come back over here, because it's not bad. So I made it to the spot that I originally mapped out, and definitely the views are so much better here than the first spot that I found. So we'll be staying here. I don't think I've ever showed you guys this before, but this little miniature sprinter here has a, if I can get it out, has a little level in it. I've actually never used this before, but I'm gonna use this to see if my counters are level. That's pretty good. That's not as good. So we are tilted a little bit in that direction. So I think if I just drive a little bit forward more, that should fix this. Okay, so moving slightly forward. Let's check the level again. Better. Try to make this as perfect as possible, even though it's not super necessary, because it feels pretty good to me, honestly. But I've actually never used this level before for leveling out the van. I'd say that's pretty good. All right, well, this is the view for dinner tonight. It is so quiet out here. There is absolutely nobody else out here right now, just me. I'm not sure if I want to go hiking. It is a little bit warm. It is what, we got like 4 hours till sunset about. I'm hoping it cools down a little bit before I start cooking, but we do have some time. This is a really nice view. Got some layered mountains off there in the background. All right, well, I think I have decided to go on a little hike. I am going to wear my actual hiking shoes this time. Maybe I should put some pants on, but it is pretty hot, so I don't think I'm going to. So I have no idea where I'm actually gonna end up, and honestly, I don't see, like, there's a little trail down directly in front of the van, but I don't know that it really goes anywhere, so we're just gonna be kind of exploring blind here. You know, that's what makes it fun. Not taking much with me, but just some water and my phone and GoPro. It is unfortunate, there is all kinds of trash over here, especially glass over there, like broken beer bottles and stuff, because obviously people come out here and drink, apparently. You know, which is fine, I guess, but, you know, don't trash the place. And there's a little breeze right now, which feels really nice. I was sweating earlier. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I know that most of the time, I feel like I kind of talk a lot in my videos. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but today I really don't have much to say. I've got a lot of things going on in my mind, but not really much to say. What is that? Definitely not really a trail. I don't know what that is. Oh, I see what this thing is now. It's some sort of water collection system, rainwater collection. So it falls on this, it goes in this little trough here, and then there's a hole down there at the end, and that pipe goes to there and fills that thing up with water. There is water in it currently, but it's like really nasty and stagnant, obviously. We didn't really make it that far from the van. It's right over there, and we're walking down, so we're getting no elevation gain. And honestly, there's not really anywhere to go unless I want to go all the way down into those valleys and then up one of those mountains over there, which I don't really feel like doing. I don't think it'd be very smart. My shoes are already filled with stickers that I want to get out. But if you look down that way, there's like a lot of greenery over there, which probably means there's some sort of water source going through that little valley. Well, I hiked a little bit further and I do not see a water source down there. At least not an active one, but I'm assuming that water does run through here when it rains, and that is why there are trees growing down there. Okay, well, that was kind of a disappointing hike, I guess. Not even a real hike. I don't feel like going any further and getting more stickers in my socks and shoes. So I'm gonna head back to the van and we'll probably start cooking pretty soon. Thermostat saying it's 91 degrees inside the van right now. Whew. It's probably like, I don't know, what's it saying? I had to reset my Apple Watch because I broke my phone and switched to my old one. It says it's only 82 degrees out right now, but I am feeling a little toasty. So now I gotta sit here and remove a million stickers from my feet. I don't know why I forgot that these things existed, considering that they're literally everywhere around here, and I kind of grew up in this area of California. Look at that. Can you see that? These things are just everywhere. I am not a fan of this. Alright, well I think it's time to start with the cooking preparation, because there's a few things that we're gonna have to do. So I'm making the pico de gallo from scratch, even though now that I'm thinking about it, I actually have some leftover pico that I bought from the store in there. But we're trying to make this recipe true to what my mom would make, or what we would make at home. So I gotta make the pico de gallo from scratch, and then also the guac as well. Tomatoes, cilantro, and I could really use a Gatorade right now. So first thing that's got to get chopped up, well, I guess it doesn't really matter what order you do it in. It's just tomatoes, cilantro, onion, and then we're gonna, you know, season it with lemon pepper, and some salt. Get started cutting all these tomatoes, because this is always the longest part. Okay, so I guess I was thinking I'd need more tomatoes, but I think this is kind of like the biggest container I have, and it's already like half full, so don't think we'll be cutting those other tomatoes. Okay, so we got the salsa prepped here, or at least the stuff cut up. Salt and lemon pepper. I'm pretty sure this lemon pepper is like 4 years old, and I've like never used it. It's a little hard. Yep, I have never used it. It's still brand new. Okay, so just gonna put some of the lemon pepper in here. At least as much as we can squeeze out of this thing. Squeeze some lemon juice. Hopefully not get any seeds in there, because that's not what we're going for. I see one. And just a little bit of salt. And then we're just gonna get this nice and mixed up. We'll just throw it in the fridge, because honestly, with the sun like beating directly into here, it's been heating up this plat container, heating up everything, honestly. Gotta do a taste test, because I want it to be the way I like it. Not bad. A little too bland. Need some more lemon pepper. Maybe hit it with some more lemon also. Yeah, let's just squeeze all of this in here. Ooh, that's better. Okay, I think we got it. Store this in the fridge for now, so it can kind of cool off. Now I gotta make the guac. So, guac is pretty simple. All we need is just one of these bowls. Then we got lemon, some avocados, which I had to buy a bunch of because they didn't have individual ones. Also, lemon, pepper, and salt. Easy. And some water. So, gonna be using the baby knife for this one. Hopefully, ooh, now that I'm thinking about it, there's no way these avocados are ripe. Why didn't I think of that? Let me check these other ones. These are all pretty firm. I don't know, I forgot that part. Guac is not entirely essential for this recipe. It's just a topping. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of forgot that small detail. Dang, this thing is so hard it won't even open. Oh, come on. Oof. Well, I got it open, but yeah, just the inside is just way too firm. There's no way this is gonna turn out good. That's a bummer. Oh well, moving on. Okay, everyone. Well, I have some pretty disappointing news for you all. One, I messed up on forgetting about ripening the avocados. I should have bought those way earlier. And two, I kind of forgot the most important part of a taco, which would be the tortilla. We still have a beautiful view. I think what I'm gonna do is, I have some leftover Chinese from Dragon Garden. I'm just gonna heat that up and eat it tonight. I'm not hungry yet. I'll do it in a bit. But it's gonna take me too long to drive. Santa Clarita and Valencia are like right over there, but in order to get there, I would have to drive all the way back down this road. And you know, I'm gonna have to take it slow because of the terrain. So I would not make it back up in time here to finish the cooking in time for sunset, which is what I really wanted. And I've been doing very well on time, which is unusual for me because the sun is still up and I know we're gonna have a beautiful sunset tonight. So obviously I'm gonna let you guys see that. And I'll just eat Chinese food instead. But this will not be the end of the video, so I'm just gonna kind of cut forward a little bit. I've got work tomorrow at 6 a.m. They've started me on my actual shift, and I actually thought that there wasn't going to be cell signal here, but I've got like 3 bars of 5G, so I can actually work from here. I'm just gonna do that tomorrow, and then sometime during the day, head down into the city, grab some groceries, come back up here, and finish out what I started, because I'm not a quitter. I'm sorry, guys. I know that was probably really disappointing, but sometimes my memory fails me. And the sun is gone. Just went over the horizon over there. I'm gonna get started on hitting up my Chinese food. You know what, I was kind of thinking about the fact that, you know, I forgot the tortillas, but also the fact that my avocados are not ripe, so maybe it'll work out, because, you know, it's pretty hot, and I think that'll probably help the avocados to soften up a little bit, maybe by tomorrow. If not, maybe I'll just pick up some guac from the grocery store. But I really wanted to make it the way we used to have it when I was a kid. So that kind of sucks. We'll see. the floor is just getting really dusty, especially after the hiking and stuff. You guys probably won't be able to see it too well, but I actually got this new little broom here. Check it out. So it's got a dustpan. The broom extends so I can use this to sweep my van. Perfect. Look at all that. And now it's going outside. That was definitely a very nice addition to the van. So the sunset is not as great as I thought it was going to be. Still beautiful, especially with those layered mountains in the background, but just wish there were some more clouds up above to reflect the light. Once again, you know, maybe it was just all meant to happen this way. I was supposed to forget the tortillas, so I'd have to come back up here and redo the video tomorrow. At least that's what I think I'm going to do, is do it tomorrow. Unless something else happens. You know, maybe we'll have a better sunset tomorrow. Another thing I need to buy is a camping chair, because it really would be nice to just, like, you know, set it up out there and just eat. I had some before, but I left them at home on accident. One thing about living in a van, at least for me personally, and honestly, I should do this if I lived in an apartment or a house too, but I just hate washing dishes, but especially in the van, so the less dishes you can use, the better. This video obviously didn't go in the direction that I wanted it to, or that I thought it was going to today, but still not a bad way to end off my Sunday. A beautiful view like this, and some decent food that I just reheated. Leftovers. And it is so peaceful out here. I know I said I was the only person out here, which has been true for most of the time. I think I saw 2 people on dirt bikes, and that was about it, but this is what van life is all about for me, honestly. It's gorgeous out here. And it's finally getting nice and cool, so it's very comfortable outside, and no mosquitoes because it's too dry out here for them anyway, which is something I love. I mean, there's probably a few mosquitoes around, but well, good morning. It is the next day, and well, it's well past 6 a.m., but I've been working for about an hour and a half now. It's so much cooler since the sun hasn't crested over this little hill over here. I think it's just about to, but I think it's gonna get up to like 90 degrees today, so I might drive down into the valley here, get to like a library or something on my lunch so I can finish my work there, and then of course get the tortillas that we're gonna need to finish this recipe. But I'm not gonna bore you with my whole work day here, so I'm just gonna get all that done and probably see you guys when we're back up here for cooking. All right, well, I am back in the van. I did about half my work from the mountaintop earlier, and then I drove down here to Santa Clarita to the public library here and worked the rest of the day here. It is almost 6 o'clock right now. It's about, yeah, 5:45, and I got off at 3 actually, but I stayed in there to do a little bit of video editing work as well. But I do want to make it back to the spot on time, so I have enough time to cook and have it ready for sunset so I can eat during the sunset. So I'm gonna head to whatever the closest grocery store is, pick up some tortillas, and then we're gonna head on back over there. Well, we made it back to the same spot that we were at this morning and slept at last night. And I think my time management skills need some work because we might be cutting it a little bit close on time as far as having our meal ready for sunset. So I need 1 pot for boiling the potatoes. Actually, this one might do because I only got 2 potatoes anyway. Pretty sure my pan is in the sink right now because, well, one, I heated up the Chinese in this last night, and then I also made some spam and eggs in there this morning for breakfast. So I just got to get this little pot filled up with water. Forgive my pump noise. And just gonna get her boiling here. Gonna put that flame on high, so hopefully it'll boil very quickly. I should wash the potatoes, I know, but the skin's coming off anyway. Just gonna dunk the, ooh, might have put too much water in this. Okay. Just gonna dump a little bit of this out, I guess. Waste of water. There we go. Both of them fully submerged. I just got a rotisserie chicken from Walmart. So just gonna cut this guy up, shred it up a little bit. We'll just use some breasts because that'll be the fastest. And it's gonna be mixed with the potatoes, mashed potatoes, for the taco filling. All right, so I think we got enough chicken here, if you can see that. I don't really know how much I need, but I did a bunch. I did about 1 breast, so hopefully this should be enough. I'm maybe only gonna make like 4 or 5 tacos, I guess. Okay, water is definitely boiling there, so I'm gonna put this on low, probably just leave it to simmer. I'd normally use a fork to, you know, kind of poke them and see if they're soft yet, but they're definitely, oops, they're definitely not. Still gotta wait a little bit. Hopefully not too long though, because that sun is not gonna stay up for that long. Oh yeah, and then I did also check the avocado again, and it's not really any softer. I also looked up online, it says generally it takes an avocado about 4 to 5 days to ripen. Just totally forgot about it. So yeah, unfortunately we're not gonna be having any guac with this, but we're just rolling with what we got. The sun is setting. It's okay, we're still gonna have plenty of light, but we just won't see the sun anymore. Because of course it's going over the mountains before it actually sets on the, you know, flat land, but there he goes. Bye-bye, Mr. Sun. And the potatoes, unfortunately, are still not done. They're almost there, but I need to be able to smash them easily. They're getting close. Well, while we're still waiting on those potatoes to soften up, I don't know if I showed you guys the whole campground that I have here. Obviously you can see where the sun is setting off there in the distance on those mountains, and more mountains, van, little hills behind it, and more mountains over there. And it's crazy that this is like 20 minutes from the city where I was just at. Obviously, if you can drive a bit faster on the forest road that I had to use to come up here, you know, you'd get here faster, but I can't have my things going everywhere, so got to take it slow. Okay, you know what? This is taking too long. Hopefully these are done. I am turning the flame off and gonna grab myself a potato. I can definitely tell, actually, now that I stuck my fork all the way inside, that it's not soft all the way through. But basically the next step is just to peel the skin off. I guess technically you could leave the skin on, but my mom never does that, so just gonna peel the skin off with a fork. Should come off pretty easy. They are very hot though. Well, that sun definitely went down fast, and we're probably gonna lose light pretty fast too. Got the potatoes peeled, just gonna try to mash them as best as I can. It's a little bit difficult though, because like I said, they're not softened all the way through, so I think I'm just gonna take the outsides off. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, let's put that guy aside. These definitely needed more time. I should have just bought smaller potatoes. I don't know why I got these big ones. I just bought some cheap vegetable oil from Walmart. I'm gonna be using this because I don't want to go through my olive oil. Not that that was expensive either, but and we really just need to coat the bottom. Probably that's good enough. And so then the next step would be to just get the tortillas and start making some tacos. I think normally my mom would mix the potatoes and chicken, but I'm not gonna do that here. I'm just gonna kind of put them in both separately. Even though this is like really good, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure the reason for the potatoes is because it's kind of like a filler. My mom grew up in Mexico and, well, didn't grow up with a lot of money. So majority of these recipes come from her great-grandmother, who mostly raised her. And so kind of doing this in honor of, well, my Mexican heritage, my mom, my great-grandmother, and it's also partially why I'm trying to learn Spanish, even though I've really been slacking on that and I'm totally non-fluent. I've been wanting to make a lot of my mom's recipes that she used to make for us as kids, that her great-grandmother used to make for her. I think they're really good and they don't cost a lot of money. This is how my mom saved money when, you know, feeding 3 boys, me and my 2 brothers growing up. So I wanted to kind of feature some of these recipes every now and then. And this is the first one I'm doing actually ever. I will be trying to do some more in the future. There's at least like 2 or 3 that I can think of off the top of my head right now. This oil is feeling pretty hot. I'm gonna throw one of these in. Hopefully I didn't overfill it. Truthfully, I've never done anything like this before. Even though this is a recipe that my mom's made before, I've never done it myself, so this is the first time for me. Oh. That smell brings back memories. Alright, well, I've taken the first 2 out here, and I forgot to put cheese in these, although I can't quite remember if my mom puts cheese in them before or after. So some of the ones I made after this, I did put cheese, and I'm frying it with the cheese inside. Mostly because this cheese I got out of the freezer, and I only just took it out after I got out of the library. Alright, well I got 3 tacos done here and we are losing light very fast. Gonna put some pico in there. I was gonna put sour cream because I do have some sour cream, but honestly, just gonna keep these simple. Alrighty, we don't got much lot left, but we're gonna enjoy what we do have. Bought myself this basic camping chair from Walmart because it was only like 10 bucks, and still got a couple of tacos here. I'm just gonna let that one sit there, but we're running out of light, so I gotta get out there. Ooh, do these look good. Oh man, I've really been needing a camping chair. Why have I not bought one? All right, I am ready to dig in. I am starving. Oh my god. Okay, maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know, these tacos also mean something to me. But they are very good, and like I said, they're super cheap, and my mom used to feed a family of 5 with these for, I mean, I don't even know how many times you could make this off of, you know, maybe 5-6 potatoes, 2 rotisserie chicken breasts, and a big bag of corn tortillas, all that for what, less than 20 bucks? Well, of course, and then the avocados and the vegetables for making the pico. But honestly, a lot of times we did not have guac with these, just because, as you guys probably know, avocados can be a little bit expensive sometimes, especially when they're out of season. So these are just fine the way they are. If you guys are looking for making a good meal cheaply, that is very filling and appetizing. I would definitely give these a try. My mother would be very happy. All right, well, I finished heating up the rest of my tacos, and I had a call with both my parents, and then also my older brother called me too. So I was kind of talking to them and got everything pretty much cleaned up here. For the most part, I got to figure out what to do with that oil a little bit later. And also by cleaned up, I mean threw all the dishes inside the sink. We will deal with those later. It is almost 10 o'clock, so I need to get to bed because I got to start work at 6 in the morning tomorrow. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna have some of this ice cream, leftover ice cream. That is, if I can find a spoon. Okay, found a spoon. Just about had to empty out my entire little utensil drawer there to find it. This is non-dairy. Okay, well apparently this is non-dairy chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. I didn't buy it non-dairy on purpose, but now I'm judging it more harshly. It's not bad, but I would prefer to have dairy ice cream. Also got to do my Duolingo before bedtime. What was I saying about learning Spanish earlier? Mi hermano no es rubio. Él y mi abuelo son morenos. I think I should probably end the video off here because it's probably gone on long enough since it encompassed 2 days, kind of. My bed, yes, is still full of clean clothes that I have no room for in the van, but that's okay because it's just me sleeping in the bed, so it doesn't matter. I do need to get rid of some of my clothes, but once again, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next episode of Van Life with Daniel. Goodbye and good night.